Hey everybody, it's Miss Sharon with Story Time. How's everybody doing today? I have my friend Riley here today. Can you say hi? Good job. Guess what? We are in our new studio over at our new building. We still have a few tweaks that we have to get through, but so far so good. And it's so exciting, and hopefully we'll be opening up some new programs for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. Please keep checking the recreation website, and we will be posting any new and different things that are going on. So, you ready to get to our story? Let's tell our friends what we need today. We're going to be working with some sand today. So I have my sand, I have my glue, I have my picture, what is this? Of a sand castle. You can put on any color paper, use any color sand, and some paintbrushes to spread the glue around. So let's get to our story. It's called The Sand Castle Contest. Have you ever been to the beach and make a sand castle? Played in the sand? Yeah, it's pretty fun. Well, this little boy and little girl are in a contest. And it's by Michael Marchenko, illustrated by The Sand Castle Contest. I've never been in a sand castle contest. I bet you it's really hard to make a sand castle. Matthew's father stood in the driveway and said, "I think we're all ready to go. Let's make sure that everything is here. Do we have the bicycles? Yes. Do we have the food? Yes. Do we have the boat? Yes. Do we have everything?" They're going on a vacation. "No," said Matthew. "No," said his father. "No," said Matthew. "We don't have a dog." "A dog," said his dad. "We don't even own a dog." "I know," said Matthew. "Now would be a good time to get a dog." "No dog," said his dad. "Now, do we have everything or not?" "No," said Matthew. "We don't have my sandbox." "Sandbox," said his mom. "We cannot bring the sandbox. But the first place that we're going to camp has a nice beach, and you'll have lots of sand to play with." "Okay," said Matthew. "Look at all of this stuff that they're bringing." Look at that, Riley. Look at all that stuff they're bringing on their vacation. So they drove and drove and drove and drove and drove until they came to a place to camp. They're there. Look at all that stuff. Look at the people looking at them. Oh my goodness. They drove a long way. Matthew jumped out of the van and ran to the beach. He came to a little girl. She was making a small sand castle and a big sand dog. She said, "Hi, my name is Kalita, and I'm going to win the sandcastle contest." "Wow," said Matthew. "I'm going to build a sandcastle too. What do we win?" "You can win a bathtub full of ice cream," said Kalita. "All right," said Matthew. Wow, that's some prize, a bathtub full of ice cream. Would you like to win that? Yeah, me too. So Matthew made a house with doors and windows and a roof. He dug out the inside of the house. It had many rooms, just like a real house. He made some sand tables and sand chairs and sand beds and a TV that had a sand show on it. Oh my goodness, look at all that stuff he made. When Matthew was almost done, Kalita came over to look at his house. She had her sand dog on a leash. "Nice sand house," said Kalita. "Really, really nice sand dog," said Matthew. The judge came by and said, "Get that house out of here. Who put that house on the beach?" "That's my sand house," said Matthew. "I made it for the contest." "Ha," said the judge. "I know a real sand house when I see one, and there are no real houses allowed on this beach." this is a sand house made out of sand. That looks like a real house. Then he went inside and sat in a sand chair and watched the sand TV show. Another judge came by and said, "Get this house out of here. Who put this house on the beach?" "But it's my sand house," said Matthew. "I made it for the contest." "Ha," said the judge. "I know a real house when I see one, and there are no real houses allowed on the beach." They don't believe that he made that house out of sand. Looks so real. She went into the bedroom and looked at the sand bed. She went into the kitchen and opened the refrigerator and looked at the sand apples and the sand celery and the sand milk. And then she said, "Little boy, you've got to get this house off the beach." "But it's my sand house," said Matthew, "and I'm going to prove it." "Ha," said the judge. So Matthew went outside and kicked the sand house right beside the door. It all turned back into an enormous pile of sand, and it fell right on top of the judges. "Help!" yelled the judges, and everyone came running to dig them out. So now maybe they believe it was a sand house. Look at it, fell down. When the judges were finally out from under the sand, they yelled, "Matthew wins! His sand house was so good that we thought it was a real house." "Matthew wins!" everyone yelled, and they gave him a bathtub full of ice cream. Look at that. Matthew started eating the ice cream, and he said to Kalita, "Want to help me eat this?" "Yes," said Kalita. While they were eating the ice cream, Matthew said, "How come you didn't tell everybody that your dog is made of sand? I bet you would have won the contest." Look at all that ice cream. "Well," said Kalita, "this is Sandy, my sand dog, and I'm going to take him camping and feed him ice cream every day, and he's going to be my pet, and I'm never going to turn him back to sand." "Wow," said Matthew. "I wish I thought of that. Can you show me how to make one?" "No problem," said Kalita. Look, the sand dog is real. He's eating ice cream. And Matthew's mom and dad were so happy with Matthew's amazing sand dog that, look, there's Matthew's dog. They decided to take it camping. Look at that, they let him keep the sand dog. And they're making a little sand castle. And that's what we're going to make today. The end of our story. We're going to make a little sand castle out of sand, okay? So we're going to put this here, and we're going to put glue all around, and you're going to take the brush and you're going to brush it in, okay? I'm going to make some lines here. Go ahead. Start brushing it around. And parents, sand is a great fine motor project. You could just put the sand in a bowl and let the kids play in it. Put little scoops and cups. Good job. And I have a little flag on top of my sand castle. Can you reach it? Put some around the windows. People make some really, I've seen contests on television, and people make some really, really good sandcastle projects. Just like Matthew did in the story, right? He made a house. Are you done? Do you want to put any more around or no? No? All righty. I think we got our sand all over. Now we're going to take and sprinkle our sand on. You ready? Okay, you're going to help? We're going to sprinkle it all over. I chose, this is kind of reddish pinkish sand. Ready? Up here on the top. All right, think you got it all? All right, we're going to knock some of it off. Ready? We're going to hold it up. And look at that. There's our sand castle. How do you like it? Good? And like I said, parents, and you can play in the sand if you want. You can have them. This is a good tool to teach letters. You put sand down and then you make letters in the sand. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff with sand, right? Go ahead, you can play in there. There you go, good job. Great for fine motor. So we'll put that there. Little messy, but hey, messy means fun. I hope everybody enjoyed our story about our sand castle. All right, and we will see you next week. And like I said, keep watching the Parks and Rec website for things coming up. You guys have a great week. Bye-bye. You say bye-bye.